Alright, let's see if this is working here. Everything looks like it's okay. Excuse me. Guess we'll find out shortly. Right. So happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day and a terrific week. And we're back with more Space Engineers. This week has been just absolutely nuts, you know? So had to rework some of my schedule plans. Stuff for Emporium, for those who have been asking, pushed back to next week because I just had way too much stuff going on. So apologies on that. Let's see here. You're missing steel plates and grids. You're missing steel plates and grids. Okay. And what are you guys missing? Thruster components, which I think are actually being made slowly but surely. Let's go check that really quick. So I'm just now getting back into Space Engineers for the first time since Tuesday. Oh. I've got a bit of a headache today, so not quite sure how long we'll be around today, but we'll see. We'll push it for as much as we can. Alright, so let's look in production here. Okay, you're still producing a bunch of stuff. Basically, you need gold and platinum, which... that's all the gold we have, huh? Alright. How are we doing for platinum? I thought we had plenty of platinum, though. Gold. Or a lot of silver, rather. Okay, we still have 2K. Still have 2K platinum. Looks like we're basically out of gold at this point. Plenty of nickel. Cobalt is almost out. Actually, correction. Alright, yeah, we got plenty of cobalt then. Okay, that's not a problem. Of course, we do need, 7K of it, and most of it looks like, yeah, it's thruster components. Okay. So we have some cobalt that we need to finish getting processed. We have to go get some gold. So it's basically just maintenance stuff then. Alright, so if that's true... don't know if everything's actually airtight in here yet or not. Nope, still missing stuff. Space Engineers don't ever change. Okay. Let's go ahead and open aft hangar. We're going to go grab some gold really quick. Take this beastie out. Let's go grab us a little bit of material. Turn our headlights on. Oh, that's okay. Oh, man. So, yeah, long week. Hopefully everybody else's week has been much more entertaining than mine. So we need to go grab some of that gold. I can't believe we've burned through all of that gold already. I think I've already mined like almost 150K or something like that. Well, maybe not that much. Maybe only about 100K. But needless to say, it's been a lot. And this isn't the only place we're mining it from. That's what's really sad. All right. Alright. And now we can tuck in and get a little bit of mining done today. I'm not expecting this to be anything huge and exciting, I'm not going to lie. About the most exciting thing that might happen is if the orcs show up. We're not really planning on going out and picking a fight today, so today is more just about getting the resources. We need to get ourselves set up and actually... I want to get that. I would love to get the ship done, so what I may do is I may let the game run after the live stream. Basically just process all of the materials that we have. So yeah, we'll see how that actually works out though. Alright, so yeah. Like I said, going to be kind of a tame one today. I'm not foreseeing a whole lot of issues. Of course, every time I say that, that's usually when the orcs show up and start shooting me, but yeah, no, that's at least we don't have reavers this time. Okay. For those who don't know, the reavers and I, along with the corrupted AI, oh, we got some history there. Those damn things show up like at the absolute worst possible times. Alright, so how are we doing for resources here? Doesn't look like we've even come close to hitting our warning area yet. Let's move back just a little bit so we can get all of this out. Make it a little easier to get the resources out of there. How are we doing? We got 27k gold. And so yeah, about almost 30k. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, so we'll tuck in here a little bit more. And like I said, I'm just basically trying to get the warship done. You know, that thing, it's going to be awesome once it's done. But because we're using heavy armor for so much, you know, we've got some blast ore blocks in there and a bunch of other things and some of the custom weapons and such. It's really expensive. So unfortunately, it means we are doing a little bit more resource gathering than I had actually intended to do. And the big disadvantage is that the ship that we have just really can't take a beating from the orcs anymore. We've gotten to the point where the orcs that are showing up are the tier 2. Not quite mini bosses, but they're pretty damn close. Right, grab a little bit more of this. What are we up to? I think we'll probably just grab maybe like 50k. And I think that'll give us, I want to say it's a 10-to-1 ratio on the gold processing. Or rather 100-to-1. So 50,000 would give us, you know, what, like 5k? Is that right? No, that would be 10-to-1. 500. Which I don't think that's right. It's somewhere in between there. Like 50k, or I want to say gives us like 1.5k ingots. Something like that, at least. I really need to go back and refresh myself on the conversion ratios. Normally it's not an issue, you just mine it until you don't need it anymore. What are we up to here? Yeah, we're pretty close. That'll be enough to get us started at least. Get our thruster components back into production. Alright, and if we go this way. Yep, there we go. Do a little flyby of our scout drones, which somebody seems to be slacking there a little bit. Oh. So this is the new ship that we're working on. Like I said, we have thrusters in pretty much every direction. I need to get more gyros on board though, which means I need to get cobalt for those. Got some of the turrets online, at least mostly online. All right, so let's go ahead and, since we're here, we'll just go ahead and dock up here. And get the stuff offloaded. And get back to it. Oh, so happy Friday. Hopefully everyone's got a good weekend in front of them. Excuse me. We're going to move all of this over. Local ship, please. Wait, it looks like everything else has already been moved out. Awesome. All right. So let's back out of here. And what I'm thinking, let's see, that is the front. Let's move out here for a second. Okay, so we need that one, I think. Alright, so here, all of that. So yes, it's going to be over that way. There we go. We'll head down here and pick up some cobalt. Now this is the one where the green, I want to say the green base was? Or green, maybe still is. I don't remember. But there's a bunch of resources down here, so we're going to go grab them. And the guppy is its own little thing. This is only like 5 or 6K away from the base, so it's not too bad. Not a huge trip, which is good. But it's a POI that was built that wasn't built with somebody spawning voxels in. Like they didn't create voxels and build a base, or build a base and then populate voxels around it. So we can actually pull resources from it. For those who are watching the Leaky O2 series, you'll probably understand what that reference is. So damned annoying. It's a great spot, but damn it, it pisses me off. It was put in with voxel hands. For those who aren't following that series, we've recently found a mining outpost that was orbiting a perfectly spherical asteroid, and it's got resources on it, but at the same time we can't actually do anything with most of them. I haven't tried the actual resources yet. I'll have to check that. But uranium, platinum, yeah, there's cobalt. Now there was a station over here, and between us and I-Core, we obliterated it, and I came over and harvested the station remains. So yeah, let's see here. Is there any other cobalt, or is it just that one small pocket? It's that one pocket. Okay. All right. Well, do what we can do. I mean, we are processing more cobalt, but it never hurts to have more. I just don't know how much of it is actually on this rock. All right. So let's go ahead and grab some of this. Yeah, we got more there, so that's not too bad. I mean, we'll get the ore that we need, right? I don't remember how much ore we still have in the refineries, so. I really should just go ahead and start aggressively salvaging ships again. unfortunately, we just don't get all of the resources that we really need. It just makes it so much easier to get things done. So, alright, so let's grab a bit more of this. And how much is that? 2K cobalt, 7K cobalt. Alright. The stone is actually going to help. Because that'll get us our nickel and... Well, we've got iron. I'm not too worried about the iron. Actually, I need to check to see how much iron we have left. I've been making a ridiculous number of plates. Alright. So we'll grab some of this. Do I want to grab magnesium? More gold over there too. I guess I could probably pick up a little bit of that. All right, let's grab this and see how we're doing here. Not too bad. We're getting close. I'm only going to grab a little bit more and we'll drop this off so it can be processed. And we'll go take a look at the new ship. See what we still need parts-wise. Like I said, I know I need a ridiculous number of grids. And we still need, I want to say something like 4K or 5K thruster components. It's good to know we actually have all of the resources down here, though. Haven't really had to rely too much on this asteroid yet. There's a couple of places that I was doing some mining earlier that you can see the iron, and over where the magnesium's at. I did some mining over there. Tuck in a little bit further. And we're gonna spin because that's a good trick. And like I said, we're just basically picking up enough stuff to keep us going. I'm to the point where I'm honestly considering just going ahead and building a large mining rig. I mean, seriously, at this point, may as well. Let's see here. Where are our stations? Back that way. Yep. All right. So we'll head back this way. We'll go ahead and turn that off. Turn off our dampeners. And we'll crank it up. Hopefully get back and be able to drop some stuff off. Maybe get some parts back into production. Would be nice. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is this weekend, I'll just off camera, I'll just let everything run and see if we can get the ship ready for launch on Monday. It's going to be a lot of just running back and forth doing some basic resource stuff and then dealing with any of the hostiles that may spawn. So let's get that one. Oh man. But yeah, like I said, it's been a long week for me. So hopefully everybody else has had a pretty good week. Excuse me. 2K out. Let's go ahead and grab our brakes. Alright, we've got our little guard bots out here, which is nice. I actually enjoy having those guys. They add a little bit of life to the system, right? So let's go ahead and get up in here. We'll swing around, bring ourselves in. Let's get our main thruster involved here. Really slow us down. Gotta remember, I've got, you know, like 100k of ore on me. It's gonna change the way that the vehicle flies. But yeah, I'm seriously getting to the point where I may just go ahead and build a large mining craft. Hey, look, I'm missing another block. Alright. May have to go fix that. Every time I come out here, I find another block missing. So let's go ahead and kick that over, kick those off, and turn those off. I'm missing quite a few blocks here. So this is probably from just the debris that's been coming in. I've been getting pelted with like the little drones and such. And all of that is actually there, so yeah, I'm betting that's what it is. Do I have any plates? Oh, I do, okay. Since I have some plates, let's go ahead and get you guys in here. There we go. That in. That in. Basically just been patching this thing together until we get the actual warship back on, or get the actual warship online, not back online. Alright. What did we say you needed? You need thruster components only, and the rest of this is plates. Your thruster components, like I say, yeah, basically as the thruster components come online, the rest of the ship will come up. Alright, that's not a bad thing. You're just missing metal grids. Alright, so let's go do some interior design, I think, today. We're basically waiting for a bunch of stuff to finish anyway. Oh, let's see. What do you have? You don't have any grids in queue, which means you guys don't have any queued up. Let's go do 5k of those. And then how much iron do we have? I need to check that. Like I said, I'm not really certain how much I have in reserve. It should be a bit, but I've also been building just ridiculous numbers of plates. There's no way that we're almost out of iron. I mean, technically, I guess it is possible. What? No, we can't be that. We can't be out of iron. Are we really out of iron? There's no way we're out of iron. What? How the hell did we run out of iron? We had like 600k of it in stock. Of course, we are burning through a bunch of stuff, so that might be a silly question. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Let's come down here. We'll just have Bob pick up all of our iron for us. We're just gonna go ahead and do this for a little bit. Hey Sandman, how's it doing? Can't complain. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Friday. Welcome to the stream. And thank you. It's yeah, the ship is coming along slower than I would like. Part of it's because of the fact that we've been pretty much limited to just doing scavenging. And so I'm finally breaking down and saying, you know what, just to get it done, let's get this stuff out. So we have Bob in the area so he can pick all of this stuff up for us. But I could swear I had, you know, like 200k iron left in there. That should be quite a bit of iron. Of course, we've been eating it like Skittles, so... let's see how... Let's come up here because we can. Okay, so that refinery is... It has access. If it has access, we're going to use it. Let's see. Where the hell did all the iron ore go? Alright, we should have a lot more iron ore than that. Okay, maybe we don't. I guess we have to go break out the mining craft then. Alright, so... Now these are the new refineries that are actually on this ship. So we now have all of our refineries filled and producing stuff for us. Wasn't planning on doing more mining, but was also not planning on being this far out of iron, so... Alright, let's see this bad boy back. I'm rather upset some of the drones have been getting beaten on, not just by incoming hostiles, but by themselves. Their pathing broke down, and so they've been running into each other a little bit. Oh, makes for interesting times. All right. We're just going to go ahead and mine more of this out. I've really been trying not to do this, but... Oh well, here's what it is. We gotta do what we gotta do to make things work, right? Go, 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 go. Alright, so let's grab... This should actually fill up pretty quickly. Iron is one of those, you just grab it in ridiculous amounts when you're using the vehicle drills. So I'm not overly concerned by it, but the fact that I have to come out and get iron is kind of troubling. I honestly didn't think I'd run out of it anytime soon. Well, that's what I get for not paying attention to my my production queues. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab some more of this. And now the big question is when does the new DLC drop? Oh, because you know when the new DLC drops, we're going to have to build something with all those new, all of the new windows and curve blocks and such. I'm actually I'm really looking forward to the new content, especially since it's completely free this time, supposedly. We'll see if that changes between now and whenever it actually comes out. Let's see here. How are we doing for iron? Not too bad. Coming up on 200k of it. We're about 150k or so, I think. Let's grab a little bit more, get all of this going. So, yeah, like I was saying earlier, welcome to the stream, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day and a terrific Friday. This is really going to be kind of a sedate day unless we get attacked by orcs. I just really don't have anything on the agenda for today other than trying to get the ship done. But that on its own is a pretty good thing, I think. Because if we can get this done and ready for launch on Monday, that'll be ideal. The question is what are we gonna do with the old ship? I'm still thinking I'm gonna melt the old ship down. Look in here, 26 7K, 163.97, so almost 150, or how much did I say? 165, so yeah, almost, that's 200, we're coming up on 250K. It's not too bad. That'll keep us in iron for all of like, 20 minutes. So, probably just finish this rotation out. We'll head back and grab some more, or drop off some more, I should say. Just dig ourselves out here. Slowly at a little bit at a time. And that'll definitely take us up over our goal. Well, looks like the base has decided to go ham on the hostiles again. Oh. Gotta love our targeting AI. It's just like, you know what? Yeah, screw you guys. Has a whole lot of fire going out. Hey, look, the drone is already dead. And the big cannons have kicked in. Did it just disable the ship? I think it may have just disabled it. I'm actually surprised the railguns aren't going. Yeah, it looks like it's disabled. Alright, let's go drop this stuff off and we'll go take a look. Like I said, I'm really surprised the railguns aren't firing. They may be out of ammo. I may need to make more railgun rounds. Ah! No slamming into the ship. We have enough issues. I don't need to be destroying my own ship. Okay. And should be about there. There we go. So, yeah, it's looking like that thing is... Oh, no, it's not disabled yet. Excuse me. It's not disabled yet, but... Let's go take a look. You, sir, look like you have taken a beating. Hi. Wondering if... look, you're missing some... You're missing a bit of your ship there, buddy. Let's see what you've got on board. Come on. So what I'm worried about is that there's a warhead on board this thing. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Get out. Yep. It's got some kind of self-defense on it. It did not like that. Let's see. That's going to be a gyro issue. I'm wondering if we can find an area that isn't going to smack me. Whoa, hello. Yeah, that's gyros. That's not the thrusters, that's for sure. All right. Wondering if we can actually tuck ourselves in here. Oh, that wasn't good. Oh. We don't have atmosphere in here. Where are we? Oh yeah. Oh, I know where we are. Man, I haven't been in here in so long. Sheesh. It's been a hot minute since I've been back here. There we go. Alright, so we need to head over here, see if we can grab our stuff really quick. We're going to go ahead and clear this stuff out, at least. I'm just glad the body beacons actually work now. There we go. Are you serious? There you go. All right. So now the question is can I... So I'm wondering if I can get myself on here. I mean, realistically, where I should be aiming is for like the middle of that, but because of the way it's spinning, I need to be kind of in sync with it. But I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that without the jetpacks on. Ah, crap. Missed it. Because if you have your jetpack on... Is it me or is that thing accelerating? That thing's accelerating. Whoa! Yeah, alright. Okay, so... It's like my faction could go any lower with these guys. Alright, you know what? Okay, so got turned around. There we are. Let's head back. We're gonna go grab the ship and we're gonna bring it over and we're gonna do some salvage. We'll let the Bobs deal with it because it's not getting away, that's for sure. Also gives us time for things to process, which is fine. go. Actually, before we do that, I want to check to make sure the turret's still there. Yes, okay. There's at least one Bob still down there. That's all that matters. Nothing like having a turreted Bob. So let's go deal with our salvage operation, shall we? Do that. Bring that online. Alright. There it is. Oh, this thing turns like a pig now. There we go. No, over here. Alright, so let's go grab this thing. Oopsie, let's turn that off. Let's turn that off. And I forgot, what is that? Those are the main cannons. All right, let's turn those off as well. Should be this one. And that one. And so what we're going to do is we're going to try and get a little bit closer and see if we can get those guys set up. Because if we can get them in range, Bob will start pulling the stuff off of it. And we can salvage that guy. Oh, hello. That might be a little bit closer than I want it to be. Yeah, because once we get the gyros out of there, everything else becomes basically golden. Ah. And for those who are wondering, I actually have Bob set up on a very narrow beam. He's basically, I want to say basically 2x2 block size on both of them. So on either side of the ship. Got an assertive coming in too. And so what we're doing is we're hopefully stripping off the important bits. I'm specifically trying to get the cargo blocks out. Alright, so alright, so that's not coming towards us. That's the important factor. Hey, look at that. Right. So it looks like we got all the gyros out. Alright, so while Bob's doing that, you are actually getting pretty close. I think. Will you quit shooting my loot? The assertive is coming. Okay, let's check our. I want to see if we actually have any railgun ammo on board. Nope. Well, might help if I. Would help if I spelled it correctly. Yeah, that's not good. All right. I think what we're going to need to do then is, let's go here. What do you think? I think we've got a oh, I missed it. How do I miss that? Not enough lead time, I guess. Yeah, we'll leave the assault cannons and stuff off. Come on. A little closer. I don't know if we'll have enough time to do it. We're going to try, though. The fact that these railguns are effective out to 5.5 kilometers is just crazy. I mean, I'm not going to say no to more salvage. And come on. Come on, there we go. Hey buddy, how you doing? Oh. Fine. All right. What we'll do is, it should be back here somewhere. Right, if that's over there, then it should be over here. There it is. Oh, it's drifting away. We have to close in on it. There it is. I didn't quite turn far enough. Or so we'll have the bobs come in. We've got a bunch of bobs on board, so we'll just have them pick up all the debris. We'll try and get into range on this guy again. So these are the general bobs that are picking up some of the trash for us. Let's see. That should be good. Close in and we'll let the turret bobs do their business. I'm going to go over and take a look at that thing, see what's on board. That should be within range to do some salvage work. It is drifting away from us, but probably should have gotten into one of the bunks, but you know, it's okay. So this was all cargo at one point. That's a decoy. Lots of batteries, some timers. That all closed down. Another timer block. All right. Yeah, see, I thought that was a warhead for a second. I was like, oh. Not too worried about it. Right. Now, for those who don't know, we are playing with the all scrap mod turned on. And we do have the modifier program called all scrap found your crap. All scrap returns basically components as scrap variants of the component, which means you do end up losing resources. So what you want to do is generally you want to detach these things and recover them as actual parts. But yeah, for what we're doing, this is fun. Alright, so I don't think there's really anything else over here that I absolutely positively have to have. Which is fun. You are an O2 generator, which means you are going to have you're gonna have stuff on there. That locked down. Alright, so let's go get our systems over here so we can grab the last of that equipment. And then we will man, the fact that this ship is taking such a beating constantly. I will say one thing, man, this ship has really served us pretty well. Okay, so let's go this way. I need to get us so that we're kind of close to them so that I can turn our dampeners on to compensate. See, the problem is that because I have shields, if I get too close, the shields will push the ship away, and I'm trying to avoid doing that. There we go. Finally. Alright. You see how close I had to get in order to do this? And so I have to be careful. Hey Casey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Do you know how to edit the scenario file for Never Surrender to allow mods? Are you talking about the Keen's scenario? I mean, kind of, yes, technically, but it requires you to edit files. And really defeats the purpose of the scenario. And I think it would also disable any achievements that you might normally get. But I mean, I probably could figure out a way to do it. I've never been a fan of basically trying to redo other people's scenarios like that. Yeah, see, we're just outside that range. But alright. I think that's gonna be cool. I'm not overly worried about the last little bit of material that I could pull off of there. Yeah, Keen scenario. I've not tried. Yeah, I mean, basically it's just, you'd have to go in and edit the, there's a couple of config files you'd have to go in and edit. I mean, technically it wouldn't be difficult, just time consuming. Actually. But yeah, if I sat down and looked at it, I probably could figure it out. What you might be able to do, like probably the simplest way to do it would be to load it as a server and then modify the mods list for the server. That might be one of the easiest ways to do it that I can think of. But I'd have to look at it in a lot more detail. There's actually a scenario editor. Let me get a little closer to the base and I'll see if I can pull up the link for you. That's probably what we should do one day. I probably should sit down and actually show how to build the... yes and no. So you can do a server host on your local machine. There's actually in your Space Engineers folder, there's a dedicated host app, and so you can actually run a localized dedicated host, like basically like a virtual machine. So we're close enough. Ship is gonna drift to a stop. Let me get rid of this sleep issue before we start losing control of the character. It's an interesting part of the mod, but it causes problems. Yes, remodeling is a problem, is a pain. I'm fine, I thought. Okay, so let me see if this actually has the details on how to access it really quick. Oh, always eats itself when I'm doing this. Okay, so for those who don't know what we're talking about here, you know, that's the scenario editor that'll take you directly to the Space Engineers wiki. That talks a little bit more about it. So yeah, there's two ways to run servers on a local machine. Well, there was the last of my railgun ammo. Yeah. Yeah, prices are kind of crazy everywhere right now, unfortunately. So yeah, let me hold on a second. Let me get my thoughts back in order here. Sorry, I'm doing like 4 different things. So for the scenario editor, yes, you can actually create your own things. For servers, there's 2 ways that you can host a server off of your system. You have the peer-to-peer server, which is your normal, just hosting a multiplayer game locally. And then there is a dedicated server app in the same directory as your Space Engineer save. In fact, let me go in here really quick. So if you, when you're looking at Space Engineers, if you're in Steam, if you right-click on Space Engineers, go to Properties, and you're going to look at the local files, and then you're going to browse the locals. So it'll be wherever you're saved Space Engineers. Come on. Oh, there it is. All right. There will be a folder called Tools, and I want to see if it's still in there or not. It may not actually still be in there. I'll have to go look for it now. Visual scripts, inventory scenes. Did they remove it? There used to be a folder in here, somewhere in here, for a dedicated server. I'm gonna have to find it now. Rage editor. Texture converter, fonts. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find it now. But there used to be a folder in there for a dedicated server. See, I have it set up so I just run it. I don't even think about it anymore, but I'll have to find out what happened to it. All right, so yeah, it is. Everything's gotten crazy pricey, unfortunately. It's way of the world when things are in trouble everywhere, right? Just with everything that's been going on for the last couple of years, it's just, everything just kind of snowballed into, effectively a perfect storm. So any one thing just makes the entire situation so much worse. Let's see. We'll turn those off. And here, I'll turn on. Okay. So the scenario editor has been replaced by visual scripting now. I'll have to look into it because it's been a while since I've actually sat down and looked at all of the scenario stuff. But yeah, that's what I was saying, is that I have to actually dig into it to find out what's going on in the current build system. Oh. Right on. I think that if I was trying to decide between them, it'd be like which one would they appreciate and use more. But happy birthday to her. Hopefully she has a good birthday. I know it's some time between now and then, but let's see how. All right. Okay, so I think we're at the point where we're basically just waiting for crap to process out again. Let's we'll head in. Turn on the light in here. I need to figure out what I want to do for lighting in here, because the way that the blocks are set, we don't really actually have room to put any light in, because this is one block in height, but this block basically takes that space. So I may change something in here to put some light in. And that takes us that way. So we come into the ship. That's engineering. Let's grab. There you go. Everything is set up in there. All of this is running now. Other engineering. Alright, so I actually want to go in here because I'm going to check the reactor rooms really quick. Yeah, that's a really tough call to make as to which way to go. Well, I'm sure you figure it out though. Honestly, I'm sure she'll appreciate anything that comes from you. And I don't need anything up here. Yeah, so. Let's head upstairs, start figuring out what we want to do with the command section. Okay, so this is our command area. I'm kind of tempted just to go ahead and repaint the entire thing at this point, just to get rid of the hazard markers. Back, let's go ahead and do that. Let's go sci-fi armor. Yeah, we'll do sci-fi armor. It's fine. And we'll leave it the yellow for now, but I just want to get rid of these lines. It's just kind of starting to get to me. Boop, there you go. Alright. That's a little bit better. It's not quite so busy now. Alright, so I got all this. So what I'm thinking for back here is we're going to have like a conference area back here. Because you have the captain's quarters right here. I might put a window or something in there. Some kind of like, basically make it like a little bit more like a privacy glass. Yeah, it's a rough situation to be in, man. Let's see here. I've got basically no parts. Okay. Alright, let's hop in cryopod because we can get into the inventory from here. Alright. Let's see what we got for plates. Alright, so let's grab those, remove that out, and get rid of all the scrap that we've got going on in here. And we can actually get rid of a lot of the stuff that we're not currently using. I'll grab about 100 plates there. Hey Trojan, how you doing? This is actually the warship I've been working on. This is the dedicated mini cruiser. I just repainted it because the lines were getting to me. So I just went ahead and kept it the same yellow for now. We'll repaint the whole thing eventually. But just to give you an idea of what we've got going on so far. take the UI out for real. Take a screenshot. So this is going to replace the current ship, our current salvage ship. We've got a little bit more work to do on this, obviously. I've just been gathering up some resources. We did some quote-unquote salvage earlier this evening. But, yeah, so it is what it is. It's all good. I don't know how I like that or not. Do I like that? I do kind of, actually. Oh, I know why I did that, because I need to do the envelope over the weapon systems here. Okay, that would be why. Alright, so let's go. Was that the one I used? Which block is that? Heavy armor sloped corner base. I don't think that's the same one. Oh, that because it isn't the same one. It is that one. That's the one. Right? I think that's the one. Yes, that's the one. Okay. And then we can do the rest of these guys. We can set the rest of this up. Alright, so... let's get the rest of these in here. Is that right? Yes. Okay. And then we just do the regular stuff. No, that's not the one we want. Is that the one we want? No. That's the one we want. And then you to there. To there. To there. We're going to rinse and repeat this all the way back now. There you go. How did I do that one? Oh, I used the use that guy. I forgot those are a thing. All right, heavy armor corners. Can you tell it's been a while since I've been doing this? Come on, thank you. Not so worried about the guppy. But yeah, so basically just bringing the armor and stuff online. And then for this line, what I'm thinking is we basically run these down this way. And then I'm going to go one block past. And I don't know if I want to do that. Or bring that in somehow so that it comes down. Oh, thanks for the invite, Casey. Unfortunately, I do actually have things after the stream. Like I was saying earlier today, my week has been a hell of a lot more crazy than normal, unfortunately. So I do appreciate the invite. But I'm going to have to pass on this one. When we'll draw Frost Blood? Maybe early next week. I'm gonna basically set everything up and we'll get some ammo and everything in the station and the ship that exists, and I'll just let the ships run for a while so that they can finish processing all the materials out. But the idea is that early next week we'll have everything set up and running. Super mobile battle station or heavy siege warship? Yeah, both of those would actually be pretty good. So let me try that again. Seriously, it's been a long week. My experience with that particular scenario has been that it's more about the mobility than it is about anything else. But my experience with it is also, limited to, I don't know, like the first week that it was first introduced. Back when 1.0 first came out. So keep that in mind. Alright, there. And that ends up coming back this way. And yeah, I know I'm jumping around a bit on what we're doing here. Just trying to get things sorted out so that we can actually get all of this in. Hello. And like I said, I may strip these back a bit so that it all terminates at that line. So these guys would come out and be the transitional piece. We'll see. Yeah, brain English, yeah. Alright, so if we did, how about we do something like this? And I may run, actually, if we do that, then we can say, where are you at? No, that's not the one I want. It's not the one that I want. Should be... No. That's actually not the one I want either. I want the one that's... Oh, you know what? It is in this block. That's the one I want. Yeah, that's what I want. There we go. Because then we can say this down this way. And we repeat this on the other side. And what I'll probably do, or what I'm thinking I want to do, is if we do that, what we might be doing for the windows now, or we do is put windows over it. So we end up with, let's see, you're the right wall. Do I want that or that? I think I want that. And back here, you're going to be this way. Left wall. Choose there, right? Yeah. To there. And then that gives us this down the middle. And basically this is just for greebling purposes, honestly. There we go. And what we can do here is that we can go like that and like that, and that basically allows us to play with the new deflection system. All right, then. Yeah, design is a survival pod, man. That stuff is it's always fun to do that kind of thing. And I'm thinking we might repeat the window blocks and stuff on the bottom side. I still need to work out the armor plan for the belly of this thing. I haven't really been putting too much energy into it. So what we're going to do here then is let's drop that for now. Go ahead and get some of this stuff in. I really have been trying to avoid putting this in because I'm waiting for that T section to be added. But I think what I'm going to have to do is I think we're going to have to just break down and do that for now. So for those who don't know, Space Engineers Keen Software is got an update coming that they're going to give us. They're finally going to give us the 3-position T intersection. So it'll come out and split right and left. So wanting that damn block. My recommendation is for survival kits. Like if you're building like a new, like a lander kind of thing, like something to do starts with, is figure out what you want people to have access to immediately. Add the components that you need, figure out what all the components are. So basically build all the equipment out, grind it all down, and build something out of the components that you have in that block. That's really one of the best ways I found to balance the way that you start stuff. If that makes sense. If not, I may be just thinking too quickly outside. Come on. Let me get in here really quick. I need to grab some power. So when I do new starts, what I do is if I'm doing something from a custom build, I'll build all of the equipment. Like I'll go into creative mode, build everything that I want the person to have access to immediately, grind the stuff down, put it all into a small cargo pod or a large cargo box if it's a small grid, and or even a medium if it's a small grid, and then build around the ship, basically build around that cargo pod. And then that way, and then I'll add like, I don't know, probably like 10-15% of materials on top of it. So because what will happen is when you start a new scenario, or when you're using the landing pad, the first thing people do is they either convert it into another vehicle or they build their initial base from it. And so what you want to do is make it so that they have the parts necessary to build whatever the small base is that you want them to have access to. So, but that would be my recommendation. Looks like it is actually slowly welding up. Hey, we got more turrets online. We got another turret now. Alright, so does that mean look at all the scrap we have in here. Oh man. Alright, so you're processing pretty much all of it. Alright, so we want this one, and we're just basically going to dump all of our scrap over there. Really? Oh, maybe because of that. There we go. Alright, so all of our scrap should be in one refinery. Hopefully. Well, it sounds like something just smacked something. Right. Okay, so yeah, all of our scrap is now in one refinery. Now let's rebalance our refineries. so that we have things being produced. Let's go 30K. Did you not like that? There we go. Okay, so yeah, basically we're just trying to get everything balanced out here so that we can get some of this stuff producing faster. Really? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be all of them. Okay. Tracking all of these things down. Hey John, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. So slowly but surely this thing is coming together. Like I said, I think we're at that point though where we're basically just kind of waiting for everything. So I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be here today, because I'm seriously just going to allow things to process out, I think. Let's go 7. That's not the way I want it to go. I want it to go maybe that way. I want the inverse of that one. No. See, I'd like this one to go there, but that's not. Let's go in here. See what we got in here. Maybe we have something that'll fit. Nope. Hey, that actually works. Okay. And that would. Damn. Actually, that's the one I want. No, that's not the one I want. That'd be a nice one, but that's not the one I want. Okay. All right. Yeah, so Casey, that's what I was talking about. Is basically figure out what you want when you're building a ship for somebody to start in. You want to have a goal. Like if they use everything in that ship, right? What's the best way to use that ship? Is it to build a new ship from? Or is it to build the beginnings of a base? So you want to say, right, I want to have the person be able to build, 2 batteries, a solar panel, or 2 solar panels and a battery, whatever, a basic refinery, a basic assembler, or at least a basic assembler, and they start with a survival kit, right? So I would have the components or the raw materials necessary to build the components in the ship. And that's why I was saying what I do is I generally build all of the things that I want people to have access to. Build an absolute core of a ship for things like I have at least 1 cargo container on it, usually a medium or a large cargo container, and then the survival kit and like 1 battery. Right? And then from there, I grind down all of the stuff that I want them to be able to build and throw those into the cargo container. Or I go into an actual assembler and look and see how much material is required to build each of the items that I need. And then I provide them with some combination of ingots, ores, and components. Yeah, John. Yeah, I've replaced my car battery twice since 2019. For the same reason. I hadn't been driving it, and it was just like, yeah. Thus is the world, right? So you are that way, which means we can actually then use. Well, if we do that, that kind of brings us up a bit. And that may limit the arc of fire on that. So that one may actually have to come out. Alright, let me see what we can do with this. I mean, I'm not completely opposed to having this just kind of... I guess we could... If we were really inclined to, we could do something like that. And then use these guys, basically have something that breaks that down for us. We've got a bunch of transition pieces now. I don't know if we have anything that would actually transition off of that, though. I mean, you have stuff like that I guess we could work with. That might be about the best transition element out of there. I mean, it does bring us up to the right height for it. Which would be... that way. And then that would bring us back into that piece. No. That's not the one I'd want. Trying to figure out which way to go with this. This is the hard part. It's the greebling pieces that always kill me. Let's see. I mean, that definitely does bring us back into that. And then there could be you go something like that, but I don't know if we have anything that'll maybe, yeah, that fits the gap. And then that brings us into where's the flat area in here. That's the lower, that's the upper. Right. Yeah, so we can probably do that. Fluids are not good? Wow. Shut up. Get back into the gamer. Hey Thomas, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, if you got rid of the car, I know, Ron. Yeah, finding balances on it are always interesting when you're trying to do like ship starts and stuff. So one of the things that you run into with Keen's default start pods is that you have to remember that they didn't mean for them to be like the old blue start ships, the old blue drop ships. Those things, when you use those as starts, you basically had a base. It had a med room, it had a full refinery, a full assembler, a couple of batteries on board. You know, it gave you they had the components to actually make like two more batteries and 4 or 6 solar panels, and that's without you recycling anything on the ship. You know, it's like when you started recycling the stuff on the ship, yeah, it was just a crazy easy start. And so they went a little too far the other direction, I think, for a lot of people. The newer drop pods, which I personally like, but I can understand where a lot of people don't, because it does add a level of complexity that wasn't there before, or an excessive amount of challenge that didn't exist before, might be a better way of saying it. So, but the whole thing with the way that Keen balances stuff, it's based around the idea that you're in that drop pod long enough to get to the ground, to scrap, then to scrap it down for parts. And so what they're trying to do is balance what parts you have access to while forcing you to go through the progression system. Because the way it's set up is it does push you through the progression tree, which is not a bad thing if you're using the progression tree, but very few people seem to use the progression tree. So it's like most people do it once or twice and then they're done with it. But if you use it regularly, then it all kind of comes together. But again, it's one of those, you know, it's definitely a mixed blessing. All right, so on that note, I think because we're just waiting for resources to process, I am going to go ahead and call this one here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I want to thank you for hanging out with me for at least part of your weekend. I always appreciate it, have fun doing it, and you know, enjoy the community conversation. We seem to get a lot done, thankfully. Even when I am a little too scattered to keep going with what's going on, or to keep up with what's going on, I do appreciate your patience in hanging out with me. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody.